you'll be sitting on the ferry at Likoni in Mombasa, and like, some woman with some ridiculous wig comes up and is like, my name is Angela. And you're just like, Angie, shake your body. No, whatever. So the thing is this, maybe there's 2 girls there, one girl you like, one girl you don't. Maybe there's like 3 girls there, 4, whatever it is. Here's the thing, here's what you do. You talk to the fat, ugly friend first. Okay? Protect means cock block. That's what protecting means. Protecting means if my girlfriend's gonna get some attention from a man, I'm gonna shut that shit down unless I'm getting something too.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Tracy Ken alongside Michael. And on to another episode of, relationship. So I told you Tracy Ken channel is all rounded over whether you want I do everything. I do inspirations, I do traveling blogs, I do everything, lifestyle, everything you find at Tracy Ken. Now today's episode is about episode 2 of how to get a foreigner woman. How to help our African men to get foreign women. So
the last episode, if you guys recall, was about how to help our lovely African ladies to get a foreign man. Mm-hmm. How are they gonna, for a long-term relationship, of course, okay? Mm-hmm. Different types of strategies and how to attract a foreign man. Mm-hmm. Today, we're not gonna forget our brothers. We wanna help our African brothers.
We wanna help everyone here.
We wanna help our brothers. Also, get that Mzungu lady, get that ticket to Europe, whatever you want in life, okay? So get that true love if you want that vanilla flavor.
You know what they called it these days?
What?
Get that visa.
Get that visa. We're gonna help you guys get that visa.
And I see it all of them like, so and so broke up with her visa. I'm like, her visa? What do you mean? So it's
his
like,
visa.
No, like a woman breaks up with a Mzungu boyfriend. So it's like, so and so breaks up with her visa. So I'm
Listen, we're speaking a bit cynically, of course, and a bit comedically, but these are also facts of life. I mean, look, there's good-looking people of all different types of races and different places in the world, except maybe Mongolia. I don't know, but I'm just kidding. Good luck. Mongolians are hot, okay? You're hot Mongolians. But, the reality is, there are people, of course, in Africa who are very interested in, finding love with a foreigner for whatever reason. Most of those foreigners, who they really want to be with are typically, white or white adjacent, and they want to get, particularly because they come from countries that have a high level of freedom, economic opportunity, where they're also going to feel relative safety, of course, being a black person in that place. And so last time we talked about what it's like to try and date and, get like a foreign boyfriend or a foreign, partner, a male partner. And today we're going to talk about what it's like to get a foreign female partner.
Right.
Okay.
On to it. And we are not experienced. Guys, that's another thing.
I'm experienced.
We are not, no. We are not like, we know what's going out there. We just trying to help from what we know.
We know what's going out there.
From what we know is, we're not experts.
Okay. African men, listen up, okay? I'm going to help you get my sisters. I'm just kidding. I don't have sisters. I only have one brother.
Like literally, yeah. Literally.
I don't have a brother. I have some female cousins, but most of them are married. Whatever.
So you don't have a sister. You're not trying to sell any of.
I don't have any sisters, but I'm trying to help you get my metaphorical sisters. Okay.
Maybe your cousins.
Maybe my we're all related. You and I have common ancestry as of 50,000 years ago.
I know, right? Yeah.
We all have 10 fingers, 10 toes.
We look the same.
Unless you're deformed. Great. My brothers, listen up, okay? I'm going to give you the pep talk of your life, okay? Because I want you to be successful. I don't think it's good for anybody, male or female, anywhere in the world, to be frustrated with dating or frustrated by not getting what they want. One of the things that used to bug me incessantly when I was single was I was always wondering, am I too picky? Are my standards too high? What's going on? Why can't I get, why can't I find what I want? Because when you're single for a long time, people are always going to tell you, oh, just settle for someone. Just like, you're not always going to get everything you want. And the truth is, I got exactly what I wanted. Exactly to the T. I didn't hold out. And brothers, you don't need to hold out either. Okay? Settle for the right reasons. Don't settle for the wrong reasons.
Don't
okay?
settle for less.
Don't settle for less.
Yeah.
Okay? No. Settle for things that you need to be willing to compromise in life. You need to be willing to be flexible. Don't settle on the important things like values. you know, your future, what you actually want. And also, most importantly, don't settle on what you want in terms of looks. Because I'll tell you this, there's nothing sadder in life than a man who's not attracted to his wife. Okay? When you're not attracted to a woman the way you want to be attracted to a woman, believe me, she will feel it. Not this one, I'm incredibly attracted to her. But I've been in relationships before where maybe like, you know, I was with like cute girls and stuff, but I wasn't like super into it and I was kind of forcing myself and it was not a good thing. And so if you really want some of that vanilla love, okay, let me tell you how to get it. Now,
right, so this is direct to the point. We are cutting nothing. It's like the pure truth.
I'm telling you, this is the pure truth. Listen, you can love me, hate me, you can think I'm great, you can think I'm kind of a jerk.
Just say
I don't care.
As it is.
I don't care. Guess what? You might not know it. I might be a fast talker. I might be a brash talker, but I'm your motherfucking best friend. Okay?
That's true. Right.
Here's the deal. All right? First things first. Who are the white ladies of the world who are coming to Africa? Who are they? You know? They break them down into three main demographics. Okay?
Okay.
One demographic are, of course, you know, women who live here and work here in Africa, and they're primarily here as expats. You know, they're working for aid organizations, businesses, embassies, you know, governments, you know, NGOs, different things like that. And they're permanent residents, basically. And so they know Africa pretty well. The second demographic are, of course, and this is the one you really want probably, are women who are younger-ish women, you know, 20s and 30s, who are maybe here on vacation, maybe they're backpacking around, they decide to go, but most of the time they're also traveling with a group, and they're traveling with a larger group, they're traveling with a few friends, okay? It's very, very rare you're gonna find a white woman just traveling who's a young woman by herself completely. Yeah. It happens, but those women are also usually like really fiercely independent, and there's probably a culture clash that would happen between her and an African man in terms of a long-term relationship. And the last group of women are women who are older, you know, women probably in their 40s, 50s, 60s, who are specifically coming probably for a vacation, but also are very interested in, let's say, having a relationship with a young, strapping African man. Now, the main message I'm kind of trying to young kings. But unfortunately, the reality is that most of the last group of people, that's mostly usually like a form of prostitution. Okay, because usually these like really young, good-looking guys who are with these women who are, let's call it what it is, over the hill and not really getting it taken care of in their home countries. There is usually like a financial transaction, you know.
The same way as it is about old men with young ladies.
100%. Yeah. And so listen, you do whatever you want. I mean, it's not my place to judge on that, but my message is not really geared for those kinds of relationships. You know, if you're gonna meet a woman who's living here or a white woman who's like on vacation, there are a few different things you need to understand, okay? There are cultural differences which can help or hurt you when it comes to engaging in a relationship. The first thing is this. What is the number one thing that a white lady living in Africa cares about most? It's her safety, okay? Right. Yeah, white women, just like, actually even more so than white guys, get an absurd amount of attention here, both positive and negative, okay? When I'm in Africa, a person as a white man who's younger-ish, you know, I'm not like super young, not super old, like I do get a lot of attention. People are always coming up and talk to me and saying, Mzungu this, Mzungu that, like women come up to you and ask like goofy questions. You know, you'll be sitting on the ferry at Likoni in Mombasa and like, you know, some woman with some ridiculous wig comes up and is like, my name is Angela. And you're just like, Angie, shake your body. No, whatever. So the thing is this.
That was so random.
So what does it mean in terms of safety?
But anyway, what did you even use?
I don't know. I just thought
Very.
Yeah, I want to be like that skinny guy from the movie. Yeah, Angela. I know you like teasing, and I like freaking, and you're so easy. Angela. All right. So here's the thing, though. Why does a woman care about safety? Because of course, a lot of you know Western women who come here, they're not being around men in general. Women in general have a natural fear of men. Okay, not everywhere in the world, because men are more physically strong, men are imposing, and oftentimes in Africa too, because people here tend to be much more open and much friendlier than people in other parts of the world, that can also be kind of intimidating. It can also be a bit scary because you're not totally sure what people's intentions are. Absolutely.
People here tend to be much more open compared to...
totally. In terms of like, in Kenya, people are very friendly.
Very friendly. Compared to Western?
Yeah, totally. I mean, people. I would say people in Western countries are very polite, but they're not necessarily as friendly. Then again, the friendliness here is not always genuine. Every single time someone comes up to me on the street and is like being friendly with me, 90% of the time it's like they're trying to get me to buy something. Yeah.
No,
So Western women also are very suspicious of that, and they don't want to put themselves in a scary situation. That means so what does that mean? How are you supposed to meet someone and meet a woman and not put her in a place where, let's say, she feels uncomfortable? I'll tell you this, guys. Every single woman that comes to live in Africa, or that is interested in helping Africa, or that is on a vacation in Africa, minus a few people, maybe they just come for a week for an experience. I'm telling you, people want that chocolate. They want that. Don't tell me they come all the way out here and they're not interested in that BBC. Okay? Don't tell me that. I'm telling you, every person in the world wants to go travel somewhere. When people go and spend a significant amount of time somewhere, they want to feel attracted. They go to places they're attracted. I'll give you an example.
Right.
This is me personally. YouTube, you can hate me, you can love me. I don't give a fuck, okay? Like, I've never personally been very interested in traveling to China or Central Asian countries because I'm not really very attracted to Asian women, okay? Latina countries, African countries, whole other story, okay? And that's me. And so I'll tell you this, it's very, very odd to me. I mean, listen, women will deny it, like also men will deny it too, because like this, when I went to Africa and I told people about my wife Tracy, people are like, oh wow, you like black women, huh? I'm like, yeah, so do you, motherfucker. Like, have you seen this girl? Are you crazy? And same with like, no one wants to. I'm not saying this is like right or something. This is just kind of like, you guys all think anyways that white people are kind of racist. Okay, so that's what you guys are taught about Western countries. I'm not saying, I don't think they are, but there are certain degrees of like sensitivity regarding it. And one thing that has been taboo until recently has always been, white guys or the black women, or like, it was always like black men with white women was much more common before black women with white men, particularly.
I mean, black men with white women was
much more common in the United States before black women.
Really?
Yeah, black women being with a white guy in America is only now kind of definitely picking up steam. There's a massive crisis of single black women in America. Black women are the least likely to get married, mostly because there's obviously there's a fatherless crisis in America. There's like unstable relationships, and so now black women are much more interested in pursuing relationships with men of other races. Women care about safety, but women, just like anyone, if you get a woman to feel comfortable, she'll be very open and actually want to form a relationship with you. Okay.
So which kind of a group are you targeting now? Because you say there are
I'm targeting
three groups that you're.
I'm not targeting the old ladies looking for male prostitutes.
Right.
I'm targeting tourists. I'm talking about women
and the women who come to
right.
work.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. The first thing is this, men. I hate to break it to you, but when I said in our last video about for the African women who want to find white guys and how their best avenue is probably to meet them on a dating app or something, that was true. For you, it's the opposite. I'm sorry, but your chances.
But you can still meet them on the dating site. I don't know how it works.
Don't bother. Don't bother.
All right. Okay.
Listen, okay? Everybody knows that dating websites and dating apps are much easier for women than they are for men. 10 times easier for women than men. Okay? I know a lot of men listen to this.
Only you're a six-pack guy.
A lot of really, really high quality men have trouble getting matches. Because in the dating app world, women get a lot more attention in general, and you're gonna have like a situation where a lot of women who are maybe not very attractive, maybe they're 4s and 5s, are gonna feel like they're 8s and 9s because of the amount of attention they get. For white women, it's like 10 times that in Africa because they're exotic, because they come from more privileged backgrounds, mostly, and so as a result, your chances of really matching with like a white woman, unless you really are, I mean, there are men who do, for sure, but if you're like more of an average guy kind of type, or you're, let's say, above average, but you're like, I'll put it this way, your chances are slim. If you're having trouble right now matching with women, I'm not telling you anything new. Like, if you haven't done it yet with a white chick, it probably is not going to happen. Okay? Yeah, totally. Or let's say, or I'll tell you this, because these women are in a foreign country, they look different, that woman you match with will still be extra hesitant about even maybe meeting with you. They're going to want to talk to you a lot. There's a lot of wasting time and ghosting. So your really only chance of meeting these women is in person out somewhere, or if or in like a group of friends, or at some kind of mutual social activity. Now, this is not, of course, this is not including, of course, you men who might work in Nairobi, maybe you work at some of these aid organizations, or governmental offices and you have daily interaction. For men who don't have any of those kinds of interactions, there are a few important things you need to know to not turn off someone, and B, how to turn on someone. The first thing you got to do when it comes to not turning off someone and getting kind of like labeled a creep is don't act creepy. In Africa, what I see every single day is men like using really cheesy pickup lines and like really kind of like overt, sexual kind of terminology, which a lot of African women actually might culturally kind of think, oh, that's kind of funny, it's kind of cute, it's not such a big deal, he's just playing. That when a white woman hears that, she's going to think this guy wants to rape me. Okay, so when you're off, if you're in your car and you like pass some pretty woman, you say, hey beautiful, or like, you're the only fish in my ocean, or
those kind of pickup
you
lines.
must be a delivery lady because what is it? I know you must be a UPS delivery person because I saw you checking out my package.
Right, but why are you
like
using this kind of pickup lines?
No, of course not. They don't work, okay? I mean,
But you were
anything
using them.
sexual. No, I wasn't. People know them though. So anything that's just kind of like, hey, look, wow, you're looking good. Anytime you go and make like kind of a creepy comment about a woman's body, you're like,
Yeah,
oh wow, look
that
at,
is
I like your
not
curves,
creepy.
girl. It's like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like
It's
they're just gonna feel
It's
threatened.
off, yeah.
They're gonna feel threatened, and I'm telling you, you can't do it.
Yeah,
There
it's
are
true.
two approaches I recommend if you want to like get to know a white lady who's from abroad. It doesn't matter if she's working here or whether she's
Master relationship. Tell us.
okay. There are two things. First of all is the really friendly, harmless, direct approach. First of all, you make sure you have some decent clothes on. Don't be like having holes in your clothes. Make sure you're wearing deodorant. I'm looking at you, black man. I know not all of you guys use that.
Make sure you smell
Okay,
good.
you smell decent. You've brushed your teeth. Okay, and you don't want to come off and just be like, "Hello, I'm the African man." Like,
But the African men out here are very
there's all different
presentable.
kinds. There's all different kinds. Okay, there's plenty that are, plenty that aren't. Okay, my point is this: you want to like, look good, look presentable, look serious, look like you have a job. Okay,
Even
look
if
like
you don't have.
No. If you don't have a job, don't bother. I'm telling you, you're just a loser. I'm sorry. You don't have a job. I know it's hard, and you probably studied engineering.
But as a man.
I know you studied engineering, but you're a Matatu driver or you're a Boda driver. It doesn't matter. If you don't have a job, I'm telling you, go work on yourself. You're not ready.
Yes.
You're not ready, okay? Because if you're looking for someone because the second you ask them for money, it's game over, okay? It's over, all right? Unless you're just going for like a super ugly chick, okay? That's the truth.
An
Like
old
you see a lot of cases. You see a lot of cases in the world of this happening where a really attractive black man will go for a really ugly white chick. Why? Because she wants the attention. She's got resources. He doesn't care as much.
That's
He's
quite
trying to get out.
sensitive. There are people who don't believe people are ugly. So
Get a life, okay? There's a scale for a reason. There are 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and so on, okay? Not everyone's a supermodel. Not everyone's Jabba the Hutt, okay? Like, there's people, don't be like, beautiful in your own way. No, they're not.
I'm
There's
beautiful
objective standards
inside.
there's objective standards of ugliness, okay?
I'm
beauty.
beautiful from the inside.
No, you're not. I heard your inside is full of guts and organs and blood and... Okay. All right, whatever. So I'm talking to all you people who live in reality, okay? It's like saying, well, I hope a woman's just going to love me for who I am and isn't going to care about my bank account. Okay. Like, anyways.
That's another thing, though.
Anyway, so here's the deal, okay? Here's the polite direct approach. When you're clean cut, nicely shaven or something, you smell good.
Look
You
presentable.
go, and if you see a woman you like, first of all, if she's by herself, here's what you do. If she's by herself, you can go up to her in a public place, like in the mall or whatever, something like that, and say,
Restaurant.
you say, listen, excuse me, I was just walking and I saw you over there. I wanted to say that I think you look really beautiful, and I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Damien, or my name is Michael. What's your name? And you're gonna know immediately. First of all, it's like all you're doing is asking what her name is. Okay, you're not making a comment about her. You're in a public place. If she blows you off, she blows you off. But you're giving her an easy opportunity to engage with you in a conversation. She's gonna say, "Oh, my name is Annabelle." "Oh, okay, cool. Like, do you live in Kenya? Are you just visiting?" "Oh, yeah. Actually, I came here just recently on a 2-year contract. I'm doing some consulting work for McKinsey." "Oh, interesting. Like, do you have any friends around here? You like, you're pretty new. Do you know how to get around different places?" "Oh, I'm figuring it out. I use Google Maps and I like use Uber and stuff." It's like, okay,
To get on
interesting.
the road,
Well, if you'd love to learn more about what life's all about here and everything, there's a food court upstairs, and if you'd like, I'd be glad to take you to lunch. And if you're offering to take her to lunch, Ooh, that's good.
Make sure you pay for it.
No, that's the point. You're taking her to lunch. Okay? You're still the man. Okay? You're taking her to lunch. You know, and you're offering her an opportunity to go spend more time with you, like in a public place. It's safe. You know, you're already presentable, and you're making her feel safe. Okay? You know, and if you just go the direct approach, it's like, you know, I just wanted to come up and say, you know, I thought you looked really cute, and I wanted to introduce myself. So when you do that, you don't need to. Excuse me, I had to burp. I'm not a big believer in making up a reason to talk to someone where it's like, oh, you dropped something over there, or like, okay.
Oh, excuse me, you look like someone I know.
Where it's like, do you know how to get to the clothing store on the second floor? Like, yeah, it's on the second floor. You go that way. Like, just be direct, because listen, you can be direct and say, listen, I thought they look really attractive. You don't have to be creepy about it. And she can always say something like, here's the ultimate line a woman can say if she's not interested. She can always just say, oh, that's so sweet. I really appreciate it. I am new here, but you know, I actually have a partner. I actually have a boyfriend. You know, I'm actually like engaged. And you can say, and then you know what you do? Maybe it's not true. Maybe she's just kind of testing you as well. You know what you do? You back off, and you can say, listen, like, I appreciate that very much. You know, I wish you all the best. And if you're not interested anymore, of course, you can move on. But if you are, you can say, listen, like, my offer still stands to kind of, you know, get a bite upstairs and see, like, just talk about wherever we are, Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, you know, wherever people are based. And I'll tell you what, if she agrees to get a bite with you, it means her relationship isn't so serious. Okay? So that's your way of doing it. That's option one. So let's recap, okay?
Hey,
public place. Let's talk about this. Public place, not the street. Now when she's waiting for a matatu or like an Uber or something. Now when she's got her phone. Now when she's in a rush. Now when she's like got her phone, she's talking to somebody. You know, on the street she feels under threat.
Yeah.
She feels under threat, and she's in like self-protective.
What if that's where you meet this chick? You met her on the street, you were waiting for her.
If you met, not if you like raced after her and hunted her down when she was clearly too busy for you. You know, but if you're in a mall or at a party or a club, or you go to Alchemist in Nairobi, totally different story. It's fine. You can just because people are there to hang out. Yeah, right. I used to be quite the Don Juan in my day. Just kidding. So let's recap, okay? You go up to him and you say, you know, excuse me, I was just walking here and I saw you and I thought you were really pretty and I wanted to come over and introduce myself. My name is Michael. What's your name? And you have to give them that opportunity to respond, and you're gonna know right away if they're interested or not. And I'll tell you this: if they're really not interested, if they're just like, thanks, but no, like whatever, like give it up. Don't pressure. You can't pressure. African men are very persistent. I'm telling you, don't do it. It won't work because people are being persistent with them all the time. What's gonna attract them is someone who's direct, but who also knows when to back off. Because knowing when to back off is gonna tell them, oh, this guy's got a high emotional IQ. He's sensitive to how I'm feeling. He's sensitive to how I feel. He respects boundaries. Yeah. And he's someone who maybe I can introduce to my social circle. A lot of African men, listen, the reality is this. More than racial differences in the world, people think that there's racism in the world. Oh, racist, this person doesn't like me because I'm white or I'm black or I'm yellow or purple or gray. Racial differences are not nearly as much of a factor these days than class differences. There are major class differences. A black billionaire and a white billionaire have a lot more in common, a lot more to talk about than a white billionaire and a poor white guy. I assure you. Okay? Me and Tracy have a lot to talk about. Our skin color is not a factor whatsoever. You know? And so if what she's thinking about is she's probably at least a middle class person because she's living in Africa and she's able to travel and leave her country. Is she's thinking, it's not just about, do I think some guy's cute? Do I think he's going to fit in? You know, I've met lovely, lovely African women who are very sweet, very pretty, all these different things, who I know you get them out of the village, like nothing's going to work. You know, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Okay?
How many have you dated?
Listen, it's not dated, it's just like you can talk to someone and you instantly know like what's going on. Okay? And then I'll tell you this, is that and then you're giving them an opportunity to make their choice. You're giving them an opportunity to have an immediate date. Don't get their number. Don't be like, I wanted to ask you. I mean, look, maybe this works sometimes, maybe with the kids, because I'm kind of old. But like, it's like, don't go up to the girl and be like, I saw you over there and I wanted to know if I could have your Instagram. Lame. Simp. Loser. Tiny penis. Seriously. Instagram. Like, you know, it used to happen to me a couple times. like that. You know, if a girl was interested in me, she'd come up to me and be like, "Can I have your Facebook?" I'd be like, "You just want to hook up?" Like, no, I'm just kidding. It happens, and women will do that, and it's okay for women to do that because women are not as comfortable initiating. Women are there to be reactive, not to be assertive. As a man, you're expected to show them that you want to show that woman you want to encroach in her territory in a positive way. So don't ask for their Instagram, don't ask for their Snapchat, don't ask for their Twitter feed, don't ask for their MySpace, whatever the kids are doing.
But you
these
still want
days.
to contact.
They say no. They say I want your phone number. No, but even so, don't ask for the number. Ask them what's your name. Just what's your name? See where it goes. You know, make them go slow. Make it feel comfortable. Just can I get your number? Get your number to do what? What are you gonna call me about? You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
so beyond that, now that's one scenario. Obviously, if you're at a function, like an actual social engagement that's been pre-vetted, like an organizational dinner, a group activity. Maybe some of these girls are living in Nairobi and they belong to a gym, or maybe they belong to a, running club, or there's all different kinds
Like
of
a social
things.
event or
White
something.
people love group activities.
Yeah.
Okay, they like group activities, and they want to meet new people, but at the same time, they also want to make sure you're vetted and that you're like not just like some scammer or something. Next, what do you do when white chicks are in a group? Oh no.
Oh, I think that's a
Oh.
no-go zone.
No. Oh, you would think that. My wife here is right. My wifey is righty. I'll tell you why. When you see white chicks out, they're out in the town, having a drink.
They're with the committee. By the time you get approved,
Wait,
my
no.
goodness.
White chicks, and they go out in the town. White chicks, and they go out in the town. They're like, they want to get their drink on, they want to get their dance on, they want to dress a little slutty. But what's the ultimate thing they're doing? They're gonna protect each other. What does protect each other mean?
Yeah, they do.
Protect means cock block. That's what protecting means. Protecting means if my girlfriend's gonna get some attention from a man, I'm gonna shut that shit down unless
Exactly.
I'm getting something too. Okay? So how do you do this? So what do you do? Let's you're out somewhere, all these different things.
something too.
Okay, I'm getting something too. Okay, so now what do you do? What do you do if like a girl's with like her girlfriend, or like a girl you like is with her girlfriend, or two girlfriends, or something like that? There's a couple things. Okay, the first thing is this: that direct approach of, "Hi, I saw you over there, and I just
That
thought you were really
doesn't apply
attractive."
there.
Not gonna work. I'm telling you,
Doesn't
because
apply.
she's automatically gonna say
Yeah.
no, because she's been too embarrassed to say yes, even if she wants to say yes. Especially if she's also with maybe some men. It's first of all, you can approach some women if they're with men too. Okay.
You can?
Oh, totally. Yeah, sure.
You'll get your ass kicked.
Oh, you won't get your ass kicked.
Oh,
These
no,
white
no,
boys
no,
ain't
no,
doing
no.
shit.
Are
you kidding me?
Guys,
No.
That's why I disagree.
No, it depends how you do it. Depends
That's
how
why
you do it.
I disagree.
First of all, you
I
can
don't
tell.
want you to die.
Here's what you can do. Here's what you can do. You can't. You have to be nuanced. You have to be careful. You can't just like make it be like.
You'll be sneaking.
Hello, I am trying to fuck tonight. Okay, you can't be like that. All right. My brother, how is your sister's nyash? Okay, you can't say these things. All right. So here's what you can do. Okay, what you have to do is you have to if a girl's with the guy, I'll tell you this. If the girl's with guys, so let's say it's a group of like 7 people. There are 3 guys, 4 girls. You're not totally sure what the dynamics are. Maybe some of these guys are gay. They're probably just beta males. They're probably just simps who don't have the guts to actually make a move on these women they actually like. Okay? They're the kinds of guys who are gonna, hide behind a screen and like wait in line, and as a really strong, assertive, dominant man like you comes up and cleans up. Okay? So here's what you do. All right? If you see a group and there's like some guys there too, you always make contact with the guys first. You get the guys' social approval before talking to anyone.
This is a new one now.
Oh yeah. You gotta get the white guys to like you. That gets you in the group. And then listen, obviously your approach has gotta be different. Maybe you're asking a question, maybe you guys are at a place and you can see a sports game, you're like, oh, like, what's the score? What's like going on? And like they tell you and you're just like, oh cool, like I hear you have an accent. You don't look like a Kenyan man. And that's funny because they're obviously white and like, you're like, it's like a cute thing. You start talking. And then the girls kind of feel a little bit safer. Okay, feel a little safer because the guys are talking. They know they still got their protection. You can kind of gradually ease your way into it, okay?
Oh
Then you can kind of find out,
You
you got like
stole
a really,
other people's girlfriends.
you can be like, oh wow, you got such a lovely, beautiful girlfriend. You can say you got such a lovely girlfriend. Like, oh, this isn't my girlfriend. We're just colleagues. And they got that information, and then you're like, oh snap!
That's a smart move. This is a smart move. You've done this before, no?
No way.
How do you know all these things?
I've been around a long time, lady. Now you're wondering why I was single for so long. I was having too much fun, okay? The next thing is this, okay? Now, what do you do if there are no men around, but there's girls involved? There's girls there. Maybe there's 2 girls there. You know, 1 girl you like, 1 girl you don't. Maybe there's like 3 girls there, 4, whatever it is. Here's the thing. Here's what you do. You talk to the fat, ugly friend first. Okay? Always go for the fat friend. Always. Always go for the fat friend.
Why? Why will you go to the ugly one?
Why do you go to the ugly one first? Because, first of all, the ugly one is your biggest cocklug. The ugly one is the one who, when she sees her girlfriend is always getting attention from men, she's going to butt in there and give you a hard time. Okay, so you got to break her down first. Break her down nice and slow.
What
okay?
if she gets attracted to you?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's easier to get her to be attracted to you or she likes you, and then to still swoop in with her friend. It's okay. It's okay. She's attracted to you.
That's a bad game.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's how this is reality. I'm teaching you guys the rules of the jungle. Okay, this is the rule. This is the unwritten Mzungu rules of the jungle. Auga. All right. So here's what you do. You go up to the fat friend, and you like, you say
fat
comment.
Friend?
Like,
the fat people are very attractive. Why do you have to say fat friend?
Listen, there's heavy girls who are really hot. A lot of people, guys, like that juiciness, etc. But there's like let's say it's called the ugly friend, the girl with the fucked up face. Okay, the butterface. Do you guys know what a butterface is? Do you know what a butterface is?
No.
You know what a butterface is? Guys, everything's hot about her, but her face.
What does that mean?
Butterface.
What does that mean?
Everything's hot about her, but except her face. Like her face is ugly, but everything else is nice.
Oh,
it's a butterface. Whatever. Call her the butterface. Call her like whatever. Okay. So you start talking to her. Okay, and she's like, again, you can say anything. You're like, oh, cool. Like, oh, you guys, I see you guys over here. You guys on vacation or something? And she'll be like, no, we actually live here. White women who've moved to like a new place in the world.
It's funny how you have the questions and the answers of this.
Oh yeah. So listen, white ladies, whenever they move to a new part of the world that's like exotic, and you like ask them, oh, where are you from? Like one thing they'll always try to kind of like faux pretend is that like they're like from there for some reason. Like they don't want to be associated with being foreigners all the time. They want to feel like it's annoying for someone who's lived in Kenya for 20 years to always be like accused of being like a tourist or something. Mm-hmm. So they can be like, oh, we're from here. We live here. And you're like, okay. All right, and then you're like, oh, okay,
they're from Kenya. I mean,
really?
they're white people who are born and raised in Kenya.
Yeah, like 12 of them. Okay, like okay, you're right, and they're all like 80. Okay, great. You're right. There were like definitely were white people born in Kenya before the end of colonialism. No problem.
Even still.
The point is this. Here's the thing. You're gonna be like, oh, where are you guys from? They're gonna tell you what they're doing here, all these different things. Then you gotta make that quick joke. You gotta make a joke. You gotta be unthreatening. You can't be like, don't just like, don't say anything sexual, nothing like that. And you gotta, if there's buying, if she's kind of responding to you and stuff like that, and you're in like a group setting and stuff, then you can kind of like very gradually then what's happening with the pretty girl you actually want? The pretty girl's thinking, okay, my fat friend, he's gotten my social approval, all right? She's thinking, why is she getting all the attention? Like, I'm pretty. I'm like, women hate each other, okay? Like, women, they're always frenemies. No two women are actually ever friends. Okay, so she's like not liking why is this other girl getting all the attention? And then she might actually come up and try to get like in between you guys. Okay, you gotta make her. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, when she's trying to actually get your number, you got to get her number without her getting your number. Okay.
What does that even mean?
What does it mean? It means that like a woman will only respect a man if he continually shows some type of dominance. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what happens? So like at the end of the night, you want to get her number, of course. But you don't want her to have yours. Okay, she'll get your number later when you text her or call her or something like that. But like you can't like a lot of white women are what we call unfortunately feminists. Okay, a lot of white women want to be in control. Okay, and what they really need is a man to just come and take them out of control and get them to relax. Relax. Okay, your career is not everything. Okay, we know you're all proud that you're like a lawyer for some whoever and like you're working 12-hour days, but guess what? Your eggs are gonna rot, and you're like, tick clock is ticking. You want to be a mommy at the end of the day, okay? Anyways, mommy with a nice part-time legal career, okay? Still make that good money. And so the key to getting a white woman who's attractive when she's in a group is go for that friend first. Give that attention to the friend. Don't make it look like you're just like thirsting after her. Black men, or like in black cultures in general around the world, black men really succeed and being very direct, but their over directness sometimes, which is considered really good in like African and Black contexts. Like when you think about like, Black American humor, it's very funny, it's very good, and like they're very persuasive and very charismatic. A lot of Black men are very charismatic, but for a lot of them, that kind of like affect is off-putting for other kinds of people because they're not used to that level of openness. In America, when people see me with Tracy, and everyone's like, oh, you've got our sister, all these different things. You can be a Black person from anywhere, and everyone's your brother or your sister. White people don't function like that. Even if you are brother and sister, we don't like calling each other brother or sister. Okay? Like, I don't know that guy. Like, I just spent 9 months in the womb with him, So your ability to really get a really high quality Mzungu chick, or white chick, whatever, or like foreigner chick, or whatever, half Korean, whatever is your jam, is really dependent on your ability to have a very high level of social skills. You have to have a very high level of social understanding and the social dynamics of what's going on around you and around her in order to really be successful. It can't just be like, oh, I'm good looking, or I've got big muscles, or you really have to like get into the psychology, particularly if you want to get a woman who's already in Africa, okay? The next thing is this, very, very seriously, have a job. Have a job that you can convince some woman that you've got transferable skills, so that if she actually, fell in love with you and all these different things, went to your country, that you can actually provide for yourself and provide for the family.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if a woman, I'm telling you, if you got this mentality of like, oh, I'm telling you, you do not ask for money from like a white chick. I'm telling you. And if you do,
it doesn't happen.
And if you do, I'm not saying it can't happen. It can happen. But I'm telling you, you're not going to marry this woman. She's going to feel uncomfortable about it. It feels strange. And I know I've heard lots of stories of like, to be honest with you, less attractive white women who've gone to Africa for work, but really they like African men, okay? And I have heard of them getting to situations where they're financially supporting a man, all these different things, and it just, the whole thing breaks down, Because also for you as an African man who wants to succeed in the world and have self-respect and all those different things, you don't want to take her money. You don't want to, even if there's like a dynamic even if there's like a financial dynamic where she's making a lot more than you want to, it's very important for you to take her out and do things for her within your means. Okay, you don't have to take her to like maybe the fanciest restaurant she's accustomed to. You got to show her that you're on your way up, man. You're on your way up, and you've got.
At the end of the day, you're still the man.
You're the man.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll make more than you for a long time. Maybe forever she'll make more than you. But you still got to be a man. You got to show that you're not in it just for the money. Okay, for the visa. You got to show that if you move to wherever, Denmark, wherever, America, wherever it is, that you can function. And the reality is, you should be able to function because Africans in general have a great advantage over a lot of people from other countries. They speak English or French. Okay, you speak English, you speak French. You have the ability to. You have a foundation. You can get more educated. You can improve. Being someone who's interested in self-improvement, being someone who's worldly, who reads, who is aware of kind of what's going on, and who's the right kind of aggressive. That's your key to basically getting a Mzungu chick. You can't scare her. You can't come on too strong. You can't be overly sexual in terms of your words. You can be overly sexual, when the time is right, of course. But like as an initial pickup, you can't do things that are already going to make someone who's of the the fairer sex, women who already are kind of on the lookout for being danger in society in general. That's times 20 with like a foreign chick who's in Africa. You can't. If you exacerbate that, you've already lost. So I want, if you're a Black man who wants to be with the foreign chick because that's your type, that's what you want, that's where you see yourself going, like, let's just recap, okay? 1.
We're winding up, by the way.
1, have a job. Okay, 2, don't ever ask for money. Really, my mom's sick, everyone's heard it all. Yeah, okay. No. All right, I'm not saying that you can't have a conversation when the time's right for something specific, like maybe you are working on a business, maybe you do need to buy equipment, maybe someone is sick. It is not a place for the first few dates. It's the same thing. If you're looking to be a glorified prostitute, go to OnlyFans, okay? All right, or find yourself like a fat old lady, like on the beach or something, okay? Go do that. Much better for you. All right. The next thing is be presentable, of course, and only try to approach a woman in like a good public space, not on the street. Nairobi is not a walking city. Nairobi is not like a place with a lot of good sidewalks. Maybe you go to the park. Maybe you're going to one of those forests, Kakamega Forest, or whatever it's called. Karura Forest, whatever. Kakamega, whatever. You go to Karura Forest. You're there with friends. You're like, see someone, whatever. And then you make a direct approach. You make it a soft approach where she doesn't feel creeped out. An approach where she feels maybe like you could be safe. You invite her out to eat, like right there, or something like that. And you're prepared to spend a little money on her. Okay, like And if you are approaching a woman in a group, approach the men first, get their buy-in. And if she's not, there are no men around, get the ugly one first. Okay? These are your keys to understanding white Mzungu social dynamics.
Oh my god, guys, tell me on the comments, what do you think about these factors? And if you think, okay, for those who don't know, Michael, if you're watching this video for the very first time, you're meeting this man for the very first time, I mean, he may come out as racist sometimes, you know, or
Racist.
I don't know, insensitive sometimes.
Insensitive, I'm not racist. Look who I married. You fucking retard. Racist.
With his words sometimes, like, go for the ugly one, you know, and there are people who believe that everyone is beautiful in their own way, which is, yeah, I do believe that. But anyway, guys, so if you don't mind him, he's like very open-minded and very direct. That's how he is.
I want to help you.
And
the only way you're gonna have a good life, the only way you're gonna have a good life is by living in reality. Reality. Instagram is not reality. All that woke bullshit you see in Western media about, like, you know, intersectionality and racial justice, or like, you know, we need to redistribute the wealth. It's bullshit. Okay? It's designed to keep you poor and to keep you a slave. So what I want to do is I want to help you break out of that, live your best life. Improve your well-being, improve your family's well-being, improve your country, improve your continent.
Get your dream woman.
Nobody wants to make Africa succeed and grow more than me. I promise you. I want it more than you. Okay? Because my kids are also going to be half African. Okay? And in living in like a non-African majority country, by default their identity will be as Africans more than it will be being like their white daddy. Okay? And so, like, in order for anybody to overcome whatever you're dealing with, whether it's economic problems, maybe you're sad, maybe you really genuinely have a tough lot in life, maybe you didn't have enough money to finish school, maybe you didn't grow up with a father figure, maybe your family's sick, your grandma raised you. There can be a number of things, but the only way for you to succeed and to take the next step in life is to really acknowledge reality, acknowledge failure, acknowledge your limitations, and also strategize and think hard about what you can do differently in the future.
Wow, guys, enough has been said, and we talk too much. I thought this video, I hope you enjoyed this video until this time. It's I don't know if you agree with this or if you disagree. You know, we have the open forum. Chat with me, tell me what did I say, it's making sense, or if there are any corrections or we didn't get anything, we can still elaborate. So comment down below if you like these videos as well. If you like this kind of episode, please comment down below. Thank you so much.
Next episode, I'm looking at you white boys who love those chocolate ladies. Okay, we're gonna talk to you. Okay?
Yes. So if you're excited, please stay tuned. Watch out for the next episode coming out.
I'm sorry, not white boys, foreign men. Okay, there are a lot of Black American men, or other folks who are also interested in African ladies, and this is for you. Okay.
Right. So stay tuned for more fun.
Looking at you, Vince. Looking at you, Vince. Okay.
Shout out to Vince and shout out to David. We sang the Angela. You really love that song. Angie. Shake your body. Anyway, guys, until next time, bye.
Bye.